Hi, welcome to the workshop. Thought I'd give you a quick tour of where I do a lot of my work. Starting off with the bench, this thing is something I inherited from my wife's grandfather, which makes it probably older than me, which makes it pretty ancient. Nothing special, got a couple of vices, woodworking vise, metalworking vise, general purpose, some of my safety equipment. Here's my belt sander, pretty valuable tool for shaping and finishing products. And over here I've got my drill press, installed it a couple of years ago. I was using a homemade guide on the bed, and I just installed the purchased vise. Helps a lot when I'm trying to create rows of straight holes that all line up together properly. Off on this side I've got my leather working box. I'll show you what the product of that is in a little bit. Radio charging bank for all my various walkie-talkies and scanners. And this is my planning bench, I'll call it. Got my scroll saw, the stitching pony for my leather components, and then the work surface. Nothing special here. Nice and clean. I try not to abuse this bench. And over here I've got my toolbox with all my files, saws, measuring equipment, hammers, everything that I might need to create an actual finished piece. So I wanted to talk today about the Sami Leuku knife that I just finished. I've been working on it for years, on and off, obviously not all in one shot. It's been sidelined by many things, but finally finished. And it starts out with a knife blade. This is a knife blade from Heli in Norway. And it's just a blank sharpened blade with a tang, no handle or anything. So when I go to make my handle, I actually used a piece of oak that I harvested from my tree in the backyard. The tree was put in 2002, and I've been taking branches, cutting them off, drying them. Excuse me. So the handle's made out of this. I also needed to work with some brass pieces for the bolster and the butt, so I bought two different thicknesses of brass that I needed. So these end up being cut to size and shaped into the final product for the knife. And also part of making a knife is making the sheath for that knife. So I bought a shoulder of cowhide, pretty thick stuff, probably thicker than I needed, but I like a good heavy-duty sheath that'll stand up to the abuse that I tend to give my tools. So here's the finished knife in its sheath. It's a Sami Leuku. The Sami people are the indigenous inhabitants of northern Europe, living in northern Sweden, Norway, into Russia, Finland, pretty much the equivalent of our Inuit. And the Leuku is a knife that they use for general purpose tasks. It's used for butchering game, it's used for skinning, it's used for clearing brush and processing wood. General all-around heavy-duty all-purpose knife. This particular one, this is the blade that I bought from Heli, Norway. This is the handle that I made from the oak in my backyard, and then the brass bolster and butt plate, which were shaped from the brass ingots that I showed you earlier. not much in the way of finishing. It's not a fancy knife at all. It's meant to be used. There's a light walnut stain and linseed oil finish on the handle. Other than that, it's very plain, very basic, and as I said, meant to be used. The sheath itself is not traditional. The traditional sheath has the stitching going up the back. With the leather I'm using, that was a little too heavy to make a good looking sheath. In fact, let me show you what the original one looked like, which was just pretty horrible. So this is the original design that would copy the Sami design, but if you take a look at the back, the leather is really ugly. There's no other way to say it. It's an ugly looking thing. So we got rid of that, went back to the drawing board, and I made a dangler, which is not traditional, but it works very well for me. Good heavy leather, riveted dangler attachment, solid steel loop, and riveted belt loop. I decided not to go with the traditional black leather sheath that I usually make, and to go with something a little bit different, something that looks a little bit nicer and gives the knife a unique appearance. So that's the end result of my Sami Leuku build. I'm on to the next one now, which is a little bit smaller. It's a Mora carbon steel number 3, and I'll be working on that over the next little while, and hopefully have a video up for that pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.